This is the in-ground propane tank, dome cover, and it's not lifting. I'm not going to force it. This is the in-ground propane tank. We can see the controls here. They're very dirty. It's not been well maintained. You really need to get a professional look at this. There could be some monetary risk in taking this on without getting that checked out properly. You need to find the supplier. The best way to find the supplier is to ask one of the neighbours about who they get their propane gas from, if they do. There's sometimes a label in the top of the dome. On this particular one there's no label, so there's no way of telling what's going on here. There's an electrical panel, 200 amp supply. The barns run off of here. Screws are correct. Okay, we're into the electrical panel. The ground doesn't float. Modern requirements are for it to float, but you know, when this was built, that's how it was done. It's an as-is condition. We have copper wire Overall condition of the wiring is good. There's no double tapping. The service wires are copper. Okay, we can see here where I pointed out on the wall system, this is open to the environment. I could see daylight coming through. We're checking the electrical outlets. It has a GFCI tripped, it's over here. Now I checked most of the outlets at random around the house, because if they're working on one more, by and large they're working on all. But I don't check every outlet itself. It would extend the time it takes considerably, and if one outlet is working, by and large all of them are, on a wall that is. We're on the ground floor at the moment. We're just checking out all the outlets we can get our hands on. This should be a GFCI. It is. We'll find out where that's tripped as we go around. Yeah, it's tripped this one too. Yep, well, they're all connected. Vents on. Okay, let's do the master, and then we'll go upstairs and do the outlets there. This master is not cooling. Air conditioning's been on now for about 2 hours. It's hot in this room. The smoke detectors have been had the batteries removed. Master, they're tripped. That must all be on one GFCI circuit, which I haven't found yet. Maybe in the here we go. That's a GFCI for the tub. You can see there's no outlet in here. Sometimes they sneak them in, believe it or not. Okay, now we're going to go and check the GFCIs upstairs. Try and find out where that tripped GFCI is. Hello, look, we've got a circuit here. Let's have a look, see if it's working. It is. And around here, not working. Okay, in the bathrooms, get that GFCI. Into this bedroom. Trips. So it's tripped. Okay. Okay, so all outlets are functioning, GFCIs are in the correct place, lights are working, vents are working. These lights here are on. Let's see if we can turn them on. Yep, they're working. Lights out here, bulbs are gone. I can see the others are working. We haven't checked the outlets here. Well, we have a GFCI over here which is tripped, and that's almost certainly the GFCI for the others. Yes, here we go. We have power here. We don't have power here. Power here. We have another GFCI over here. Boy, this guy loves GFCIs. What have next? That's working. Behind the bar. Working. 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 Cover missing. Okay, GFCI for this one, little horse over the top. It's that GFCI over there with the horseshoe on it. Should have got the clue, shouldn't I? We go through here and we'll find out if this bathroom is now operational. Because I tripped it, if you remember. There we go. All checks out. This is the HVAC located next to the pool equipment. First thing to note is the considerable amount of damage to the fins. And also if you look at the bottom, you'll see there's damage to the fins at the bottom. What's actually happened there is this unit has frozen up. There's all sorts of reasons why it's frozen up. I'm not going to go into it here, but it has frozen. Now we have another compressor over this side of the building. Oh, I know from seeing it earlier it's in pretty poor condition, and it may be the one that's responsible for the poor cooling in the master bedroom. I'll say I was in the master, and you'll see some of the video where I called it out. Very bad. This unit's in very poor condition. You see it's sloping. That's going to cause it to be damaged, so I would say that this unit needs to be replaced. See down here, we've got a lot of damage here. Okay, that's again where it's frozen up, it freezes up, and those fins over time expand, contract, and then break. The control wiring here is hanging loosely and could be dragged away. The insulation has gone from the cold pipes, and the cold pipes are not sweating. This unit is not working. This is the unit on the rear left elevation serving the master bedroom. You can see the tray down there. There's no condensate in it. That's a good thing, but the reason there's no condensate in it is because it's not working. It's not cooling. This is the gas pipe that leads into it, and it's incorrect. There should be steel, solid steel pipe going through there, or solid pipe, not a flexi pipe. This is the unit on the right elevation. It's cooling. You can feel that. flexible pipe again is passing through the metal cabinetry, and it shouldn't be. We're now going to see if the heating works. Switch it on to heating, put the temperature at maximum, and we do that with the unit controller upstairs, and then we're going to see whether or not we have a furnace burning. Now, the test that our home inspector carries out on air conditioning units is very rudimentary. Quite frankly, does it work or does it not? And so many things can be hidden from you, so I highly recommend that you have it looked at, especially the one serving the air conditioning unit serving the master bedroom. Have them looked at by an air conditioning engineer. That's onto heating. The reason I say that is that they can take things apart, they've got the tools, and they can look inside. And we have a blower going, but I can't see whether or not we have a flame. Yeah. There we go. See what happens. That blower will run for a few moments, then it should ignite. While standing here, you can see this pipe is actually touching the cabinetry. That can cut through it. You'll have a gas leak in your attic then. What you should see is solid pipe like we've got here. Well, you can't see it actually, it's too dark. Anyway, you should see solid pipe. Light. Can't see, there's a light there, but there's no switch for it. That should have ignited by now. Give it a few more minutes. Okay, the furnaces are not igniting. It could be that there's no gas in the in-ground gas tank. So on the day of the inspection, the furnaces were not working. Yeah, this is the furnace on the right elevation. Again, it's not firing up, so, but it's gone off, no gas. Okay, so the igniter came on, but there's no gas present. This is the AC compressor for what was once the garage, now a family room. It's actually sweating, condensate coming out, the unit's running, it is level, and there's no apparent damage on the casing. On the day of the inspection, I was unable to locate the water meter and isolation valve. I have suspicion that it's going to be in this area here. Reason is, if I look across the road, I can see a hydrant, and I can see where it's actually been laid. It's been laid about 15 feet from the actual curb, and that would have been repeated this side. So a water supply is going to come along this area here. There may be, and it may be that the water heater, where am I going? The water supply valve could be down here, but I'm not going to go and dig around in here. I have no idea what's down there, whether it was once a water meter or not. So you need to find out where that water meter is from the owners. The water pressure check. We've got a valve, bib here. Aha, what have we got here? We have an isolation valve. So there's an isolation valve to the property located at the left elevation. That rather suggests that there's a water meter somewhere in this area out here, and it's been buried. Let's have a look, see what we've got in terms of water pressure. Excuse me a second while I just get rid of that spider. Okay, water pressure. We have £65. That's fine. Okay, we're checking out the drains and the water supply. There's been water leaks beneath here. See, it's in pretty poor condition. It may leak again in the future. That's the food disposal. It's running. But the valves are showing signs of rust. However, it's plumbed in. It's plumbed in correctly. There's no apparent leaks at the time of the inspection. That doesn't mean to say it won't develop one between now and when you move in. Left hand one should be hot. I'm going to leave that running, see if we've got any hot water. Now we do the master bathroom. We're in the master bathroom, we're checking functional flow. We've got the shower running and we've also got the tub running. That's good functional flow. You could take a shower and run the tub at the same time. And turn on these faucets. There's no signs at the moment of leaks. There's been leaks, but there's no sign at the moment of a leak. Now, and there's a mouse trap under here. Obviously they've had mice in the master. And that's running. Okay. Now, just a point. These showers are built in. As such, over time, they can deteriorate through not being used, funnily enough. And as a consequence, once you move in and start using them, they can develop a leak. There's nothing I can do to tell you whether it's going to do that or not. I can't take it apart, I can't look inside it, I can do nothing about it. I need to forewarn you that it's there. Make sure any insurance that you have covers leaks at showers and sewers, because that's the only way that you can protect yourself against this type of construction. The faucet handle for the shower is broken and comes straight away. That's broken. You need to replace it. This is a faucet master. You don't appear to have any hot water. Flushing, it's filling, damage to the lid, to the loo. We have a plunger here, and let me give you a tip. Whenever you see a plunger actually beside a toilet, it indicates that they have a reasonably frequent block of the toilet, okay? There's no other reason somebody would leave such an ugly piece of equipment next to a toilet. After all, guess what you do with it? And then you're going to leave it there? Nah, don't think so. So my suspicions are that this toilet blocks from time to time. We talked about the sewage system, we talked about getting it checked out. It is quite important that those things like this are checked. We're in the guest bathroom at the right elevation, right rear elevation. Let's see if it flushes. Flushing nicely. Let's have a look inside. It's filling up. Flapper works. Sink. Faucets are on, draining. No apparent leaks. Rooms on the second floor. We have a broken drain plug here. That's the loom. Aha, we have another plunger. Now I'm really suspicious. One plunger, yeah, okay. Two plungers, yeah, something going on here. You should get that checked out. You see, we've got a plunger here. We don't have plungers sitting next to toilets just for fun. They're there for a purpose. And as such, I would say there is the possibility of it blocking. And the blockage could be in the pipe just behind the wall here, or it could be elsewhere. It could be the vents not working. There's a whole raft of things that could lead to quite an expensive fix. So you need to have that checked. Okay, we're going to the master at the left elevation. Ah, we have a toilet that doesn't have a plunger. Well, I'm blessed. Probably because one's very close by. There we go. Have a look, see if we've got any leaks. Fine at the moment. Been leaks in the past. They've put a new board in here. This has been to replace the one that rotted away when it got wet. Again, the sink plug is not working, so it needs replacing. Filling. Okay. Well, looks good. As I say, I do suspect the toilets are backing up from time to time because I see these plungers.
I'm going to put all this wood here on the exterior wall. Spiders and wasps or something.
Yeah. Lots of... dishwasher. It's run for a cycle, door opened. It's in good condition, no apparent rust. It's drying at the present time. It all looks good. This is the oven, it's been on for a couple of hours. And we have a temperature of 330, 329. That's good, that's within tolerance. Set it at 350, that's within tolerance. I'm not going to test this, it's not built in, and so we don't test them unless they're built in. This is the range. Turn the range on. That's on. Now it's not possible to get to the connection at the back. The burners are heating. Yep, 200, 200, 300, 300, and we have an extractor fan. This is a recirculating type. Can't see the connection to it, but it's working. This is the outbuilding. Now it's locked and I've got no key to it, so I can only do a visual inspection on the outside. Ah, this door opens. It's opened at the back. It's a stable. Okay. See if we've got water. No water. So there's no water supply at this point. Here's a sub panel. This actually is run off the main panel. Lights are coming on. Store shed, exposed outlet here, hayloft, okay. The only problem with the hayloft is these steps are dangerous. They do not have a rail, and although they're in a barn, that doesn't actually preclude them from having a safety handrail. Safety handrail missing from the steps. Swimming pool inspection. The pool equipment can't be run. There's a short circuit on the pool, and so it's not possible to run that equipment. I can give you the name of an electrician that's actually been involved in working on the system, and he can tell you a bit about it. But there's problems with the motor, the pumping equipment, etc. In addition, I can tell you too that the drains in the pool are of the old type. They're dangerous. These drains need to be replaced. Left as they are, a child could be entrapped in them. Now, I can't really see the drain. No, I can see the drain. I can see enough. I'm telling you, the drain in the bottom here is incorrect. It's dangerous. That needs to be replaced. The coping and the deck are separating here. See where the gap is opened out? That's got to be corked, otherwise water's going to get down there and it washes away, backwashes away the ground around the actual swimming pool itself, and that can lead to a failure. Now, on the idea of leaks, almost impossible to tell you whether a pool is leaking, but there are clues, and the clues have been left for us here. And I can only go by the clues and a little bit of deduction, but what I can see is that the water levels have not dropped a great deal. It's been maintained. In as much as it's not dropped a great deal, what has dropped is a little bit of evaporation. The water has not been diluted a lot because it's got a lot of algae. You can see a lot of around there. It needs cleaning. I can't test the light for the same reason the electrical equipment is dangerous. But I can tell you by and large, structurally, the pool appears to be in good structural condition. I recommend that you have the whole thing tested out, the whole pool tested out by a service professional who's got expertise in the pump equipment and can fix the problems for you and tell you the cost of fixing it. The pool itself looks good, it's a gunite pool, the spa looks good, apart from the drains. You really must change those drains. I'll put something in the report about the drains that will help you find out about how you get them replaced. They're not difficult, they can be done. This is the pool equipment, none of which I can run. There's been minor repairs carried out on this equipment, you can see here. That's been done recently. It's been greased. It has a heater, which is propane. Again, I can't run that because I can't run the pumps. We have a broken cover on the gauge here. And there is signs of prior leakage at this pump in this area here.